And today I'm going to show you how to fix loose tuner bushings. Watch, this sucker falls right out. Every time. Totally loose. And I'm going to show you what to do. I've got a few tools. I've got a stick. I've got a dowel that is shaped in a peg reamer. You could probably just use a plain old dowel if you want. Got some Titebond original wood glue and some scissors, and the main thing is I have some shavings from a piece of spruce, and these are planer shavings. They're very thin. I'll measure it for you. 0.1 of an inch. The dowel is a little over 1/4 of an inch. I guess it's a 3/8 dowel. And like I said, I used a peg shaper, which is like violin pegs. I have a shaper. It's kind of like a pencil sharpener. And you can turn that in there. So first things first, get this old loose thing out of here. I'm going to cut a piece of my spruce planer shaving into slightly, or roughly about a 1/4 inch thick, or long. I guess no, a 1/4 inch wide. By about 3/8 wide. And I'm going to take this little stick, get some Titebond glue, and just rub it around inside. A little excess here. And I got my shaving. I'm going to stick it in there. I've got a little excess glue. I'll wipe that up with my stick again. This doesn't go the full circumference of the hole. It just goes a little over half. Now I'll stick this in here and press. To wedge it in there like that, press it for a little bit, let it cure for a second. You can also take a little tool like this and just press it up against the side. Make sure that it doesn't have a fold in it or anything like that. Make sure it's stuck in there good. And then if you come in with your bushing and it's not a good fit, like if it's too tight or too loose, you can make some adjustments before you go on to the next one. You can cut the shaving a little bit shorter if it's too tight. If it's too loose, you can make a longer shaving, go all the way around, or maybe you can do it if it's super loose, you can do one application, stick it in there, let it dry, and then put another piece of shaving in there. This is getting a little bit ratted up here. I should probably clean it. For the next one, I decided to clean out the hole ahead of time with a little bit of naphtha. See, that was a pretty dirty hole. Can't expect my shaving to stick to a dirty hole. Very dirty. And I worked my reamer a little bit. I'm calling it a reamer, but it's a tapered dowel. I sanded it with 320 and 400 grit. Now I'm going to put a little paste wax on it. This one doesn't have a very good curl to it like the other piece had. and just let it set for a minute. And I'm going to come in and push it in. It's a great fit. Alright. Another piece of the shaving. 1/4 inch wide. Oh, maybe a 1/2 inch long. Here's my little collection of spruce planer shavings. And if you don't have a hand plane or a bench plane, and maybe you can go to a local cabinet shop, someone who makes furniture or cabinets, you can look in their trash bin for a couple planer shavings. Or contact me, I'll mail you some. You can do a PayPal. It's pretty easy. You just run your planer down a piece of spruce and shaving comes off and you've got a lifetime supply. Clean up a little bit of that glue around the edge. Pushed it down a little bit. Let's see if I can get it back up. Oh, see, it stuck. Damn it. Maybe I have to re-wax this every time. Or maybe if I'm impatient, I can just jam the bushing in there and hope it stays. That worked. I can see that the veneer is around the edge still, down in the hole. So there's really no reason to wait around for the glue to dry, just stick it in there. I did the same thing to the 5th one. Now the 6th one, also loose. All of them were loose. So, all of them get the same treatment. The last one worked out really good. I'm getting better at it as I go. Precision tools. This is for some kind of dental work. It's like a dental pick or something. Worked pretty good to hold that shaving in the hole. Q-tip. Oh, the Q-tip's getting sticky. I was using it to clean up. But yeah, I just pushed it in. Pressed it up against the side. Got my bushing. Kind of started, kind of tilted like that so you don't push the shaving down into the hole any further. Give it a wiggle as you push in, and there it is. I can hold this guitar upside down and they won't fall out. You can even tap it. They're in there good. So So let's get these new tuners on here. These are beautiful. So thanks for tuning in, guys. This is just a short one. But I put out a new YouTube video every week. I always have plenty of interesting content. I restore vintage guitars in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Music City. So there's a good supply of instruments, interesting ones. And if you subscribe, like, and share, I would really appreciate it. It helps me continue doing these videos, and it really means a lot to me. By the way, if I didn't tell you, this is a 1967 Gibson LGO. It's all mahogany construction. It has an adjustable bridge. Some of these had a plastic bridge. But I think it must have been around 1967 they said, man, we're getting some bad reviews on them plastic bridges. Let's go back to a wood bridge. But they went to an adjustable drop-in adjustable saddle. It's really weird. Let's take a look. So you can adjust your action, your string action. You can go up or down. And it's kind of a neat idea. It's not the best sounding, but it sounds good. And I'm going to do another video on this guitar. I did a video where I restored the finish on it, and I'm going to plug the torn up bridge plate with the TJ Thompson method. So hopefully you catch that video too. But for now, I'm going to keep this one short. And just want to thank you for joining in, and we'll catch you later.